back to my channel. It's Daily Dreamer here. So today I wanted to go over my 2020 goals. So I did a video last year, obviously. I think it was just the start of 2020. I'll just talk about some of the goals that I have. I think I put the video out around beginning of February, that sort of thing. So it was way before COVID. No one knew what was going to happen, but I had some goals. So I thought I would just talk to you about them. I've written some down. I've got my laptop here. So I've written some of the things that I spoke about, and I was going to just see if any of those I did and sort of like just expand on them a little bit. Some of these I'll probably still have goals for them for this year, for 2021, so they're not going to change too much, but I want to see if I did anything. So the first one was more YouTube. So that video that I did was my 17th video, the 2020 goals video, and now this video is my 47th, so 30 videos since that time. Doesn't seem like quite a lot when you put it into a whole year, so I know I could have definitely done more, but I have done many different types of videos. It's been quite versatile. So I've done sort of like days out videos, I've done sort of wedding plans, I've done me singing, I've done holiday vlog, so I've done quite a few different types of vlogs. But I really, fingers crossed, can't wait for sort of lockdown restrictions to be lifted. Hopefully the sort of roadmap that they've got to have the economy open and sort of lift lockdown by June, fingers crossed that does still happen, because then I can maybe like take the camera out a little bit more when I'm on days out and things like that, and just show you some more fun and exciting things. So that is still something I'd like to do, is more YouTube. As I think I mentioned in the last video, like I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, but I do want to do this. Like, it's a lovely hobby, it's something that I'm passionate in. I do like doing the videos, I love doing the editing. So yeah, it is all the things that I love. I just want to be able to show you a little bit more than, as I think I said before, like just sitting in my bedroom and stuff. But at the moment, that's all I can really do. So I'm hoping to do more of that this year. But I definitely feel like I did do that in 2020. Like, I did put out some more videos. I think it was just hard. I didn't really feel motivated, and I just wanted a bit more out of life. I think at that time, I think everybody did. So YouTube wasn't really something I was thinking, oh, let me just pick up the camera and document this or document that. Like, I did a few things, but I know I could do more, so fingers crossed I can do a little bit more of that. The next one here is gameplays. Now, I did a little bit of Animal Crossing, and I also did a bit of Pokemon, as hopefully you would have seen and enjoyed those ones, but I didn't do as much as I should have done, and I'm okay with that. Like, I did want to do quite a few different gameplays. I think it's something that I'd need to start from the beginning. Like, the DLC for Pokemon, like, I did start the filming from the beginning. I didn't do the whole story from the beginning because I didn't want to lose my sort of progress that I'd already done, and I didn't think of filming when I first got the game, the Pokemon Sword game. So the first part of the story I'd already done and completed, and then I thought I'd film the DLC. So it might have been better to film the whole story just so you guys could have seen like the progression from that. And I only really film sort of when I get time to myself, because obviously I need the space, I need the setup, and we don't have it set up all the time. So it can sometimes take a little bit of a lengthy process, and then obviously depending on how long I have time to film, I don't just want it to be sort of like 20 minutes and then I'm done. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but it is something that I am hoping to maybe do. As you say, like maybe when a new game comes out, then I need to just like start it from the beginning and sort of progress it, just so people can see it from the beginning and not just like halfway through. So another one was learning to drive. Now, that has obviously taken a halt due to COVID, so unfortunately it's just been something that we've had to get used to, and a lot of things being cancelled or not able to take place due to COVID. So driving was one of them. I was doing really well, and obviously it's been so long since I've been in a car now, so obviously I just need to make sure that I'm safe on the road. And obviously when I do get back into it and have my next lesson again, which will be the first one in ages, then I just obviously not learn everything from the beginning, but just sort of feel comfortable with the maneuvers, feel comfortable with even setting off the gears and everything like that, and just sort of making sure that I'm really up to date with everything. I'd love to start to book my theory. I have done a few bit of revision bits. I have like the apps on my phone, and some things are like just common sense, but I was always so nervous to do my theory, but I just feel like I need to get it done. I'm glad I didn't get it done before COVID though, because I know I'm hearing a lot of stories at the moment where people are not getting an extension. So obviously once you've booked your theory, you get 2 years, I believe it's 2 years, to pass your test. So obviously due to COVID, lots of people have probably had their theory test already done for a year and thought 2020 would be their year to get passed, and then unfortunately that whole year didn't really like happen. So a lot of people have then like now got expired theory tests, and they now have to take their theory again before they can even get back in the car, sort of thing, or before they can think of doing a test, kind of thing. So I'm glad that I didn't do it before, because then now I've got a little bit more time to sort of do my theory, and then I can hopefully pass when I'm ready. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to get back on the road. I just want to be a bit more independent, you know, not relying on like parents or anything like that. And I'm more than happy to like go places on my own, like on a bus or on a train. Like obviously if it's like a long distance thing or it's like London or something like that, then yeah, of course I'd get the train. But it just takes a lot of time off your journey, like just going to see friends or family. Like family aren't too far away now. They live in Enfield and we live in Hertfordshire. But obviously sometimes just waiting for the bus can take forever. Like it will say a time and then it won't be right. So you're waiting an extra 20 to half an hour for the next bus. And then by the time you get to the first destination, then like a bus is cancelled and all that sort of thing. It will just cancel all of that out and you can just jump in your car and go. So that is something that I'm hoping for. And then obviously getting a car would be the next one. Like, and that is kind of going on to the next subject, which is money. So I spoke about budgeting and saving money and things like that, which I am doing. I've done really well. Every time I get paid, so on my payday, I will put money aside into my savings account. It has been used a lot more for weddings at the moment, which I'll go on to in a minute. So lots of things to talk about, but the money is there basically. I've done really well to sort of save each time I get paid, so I haven't really like missed it. Sometimes I might do a little bit more than others depending on maybe what's gone on that month. It could be some birthdays, or you know, we've got Mother's Day coming up, so I'm gonna want to treat my mum and spend a little bit more money on that. So sometimes depending on if I have a bit of extra money at the end of the month, I think, well, there's no point holding on to that, I'll just put that into savings. I might have already saved that month, but I thought, oh, I've done well this month, I've got more money than I thought, then why not just add some extra into there? It just keeps it all in one place. And you know, yes, my money is for me, the money that I earn from work is for me, but if you just save it, it's going to be really helpful for mine and Terry's future. You know, after we get married, we're going to want to do things like, you know, getting our own place together. Obviously, like I've just mentioned about a car, then that would really help when we get a family one day, and so on and so on. It's just really going to be beneficial if we just both keep saving each time that we get paid, and we'll just definitely see more money going in than out, hopefully. And speaking of sort of earning more money, I've sort of started a new venture on social media. So I'm in a group, it's called Girls with Goals, or you can also have Guys with Goals. It kind of help people with financial opportunities, so hopefully earning sometimes a second income. It could be a first income for people, but definitely a secondary income if you're already working, sort of part-time, full-time. You can do this on the side and you earn it from your phone. So you think like the amount of people that scroll through Facebook, scroll through Instagram, you know, you're just laying in bed, you know, you could be earning money while doing that. And it was something that I was interested in when one of my friends, Nicole, actually mentioned it to me. At first I was like, oh no, like I'm fine, thanks, I've got a full-time job, it's not something I really need, or something that I think I'll be good at. And obviously the more I spoke with her and stuff, like I've now signed up. So, and it also helps people with their health goals. So it's not just financial issues, it's also health, beauty as well. So like your skin, if you want sort of like longer hair, if you want better nails. I'm not putting my nails in the shop because they are looking awful at the moment, but yes, all of that we can help people with. Really good nutrition products which are 100% natural and organic products that can just really help and benefit you. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. I've only been in the business sort of a couple of days, so I'm just sort of like putting my feet in the water basically, and I'm hoping something good will come out of this. And it's that saying, like, you won't know if you don't try basically, and it was something that it might not work out for me, but if I didn't try then I would never know what it's like. I would always be thinking, oh, what if I went for it and did really well, like I could have missed an opportunity. But I'm going to try it out. If anyone is interested and they're thinking, oh, I could use a second income, I could use some extra money, or I really need help with weight loss, weight gain, my skin is breaking out, my hair won't grow, all of these things, then drop me a message. I'd be more than happy to help you. My social media is always linked down below. It's not an extra group that I'm using my own personal social media, so you can always message me on any of those, and hopefully I can help you with any of your goals for 2021 as well. So speaking of weight loss, I mentioned last time about weight loss and being more active as one of my goals for 2020, and I can say that has been going really well. So obviously 2021 has just started, but obviously me and mum have really wanted to lose weight, one, especially for my wedding next year, and two, just to be more healthy, obviously fit into things that sometimes feel a little bit tight because maybe I've put in a bit of weight, especially over Christmas time. We all do that, and obviously afterwards a lot of people say yeah I'm gonna be really good in January, and then by February they just stop. But we've been really good. We've been using the Wii Fit at home, so my mum does really well. She goes to the gym, but obviously due to gyms being closed at the moment she can't go. I'm not really a gym person. I used to go with her sort of a few times a week, or maybe only been like once a week or once every other week. Sometimes go with her to some of these sessions that they do where like there's like a personal trainer and there's like a group of people and we all sort of like do different activities. And mum was quite good. She used to go like on her own as well, like she wouldn't just go for these sessions, she would like go and use all the equipment and stuff. But obviously she hasn't been able to, so we use the Wii Fit at home. I personally love the Wii Fit. Like, I know to some people it might be like, oh, it's a Wii game, like Nintendo Wii. But I love it because it helps me stay active. I can do it in the space of my own home. I can do it at my own pace. You're losing weight but also having fun at the same time, which I personally enjoy. Like, sometimes at the gym I feel like I'm literally like, workout, and then I just feel drained afterwards because I'm like, this is dead, like, or I feel awful. Whereas after the Wii Fit I tend to sometimes feel good and I feel happy as well. So me and mum have been doing that, and I think I've done amazing because I used to be 11 stone, I think 2 or 3, something like that, 11 stone 2-3 pounds, and that is quite heavy for me personally. Like, I don't think I've ever been bigger than that. Maybe I have been, but sometimes I don't always check the scales. And when I used to sort of just eat what I want and didn't really care about weight before doing the Wii Fit, and I'd go through stages of life where one minute I'd be like, yeah, I want to lose weight, the next minute I'd be like, look, I'm young, like it doesn't matter, like if I put in a bit of weight then I can always lose it. And then I'd end up going like quite heavy and my jeans would start not fitting very well. I started to see that I didn't look nice in some clothes, and I know I'm beautiful and Terry always tells me that, and I probably do look good to some people, but in my own skin I just knew I wasn't comfortable, and I knew I could be a better weight because I had been like it before. Like when I went to Florida in 2018 I was around 9 stone something, so I know I can do it. It's just there were some times where I just felt like, oh, I'm just gonna eat. So I had gone up over 11 stone, and I'm not saying that's like big, or I'm not saying that that's a really bad weight for people. That was just big for me, and I'm now 10 stone 4. So I did a workout with mum earlier. The Wii Fit tells you if you've like lost weight and that. Sometimes I feel like it can vary on the Wii, so sometimes it's good to check the scales, but I am 10 stone 4 currently. So I feel like that's such a big achievement for me. So my job is quite active as well. Like I am quite lucky in that sense that I'm doing quite an active job, so my steps are quite up. I tend to do like at least 10,000 to 20,000, sometimes even more a day. Kind of have like an advantage in that sense. So I completely understand there are some people that sort of work from home, so they sit around, or they have more of a like sit down job where they can't always like exercise throughout the day, whereas I'm kind of getting some sort of exercise throughout the day, but obviously when I'm coming home, obviously then I'm in bed. So it's been quite nice to see some results and see some difference. And also I'm going to be using obviously some new products. So what I will do is I'll probably do a video on the products and stuff. I just wanted this to be more about my goals, but I can always talk a little bit more about some of the products that I'm going to be using in this new business and what's really going to help me lose more of the weight that I want to lose to get to my goal of hopefully 9 stone 7. So that's what I have been before. I want to try and get there again. You know, I want to be I'm using hashtag fit for wedding in some of my social media, so that is what I'm aiming towards. And speaking of weddings, I think that was the last goal on my previous video, was saying about wedding plans. We've done a lot of wedding plans and booking stuff and getting things rolling basically, and I'm really excited to say that we've done quite a bit. So if you haven't watched my latest video on my wedding plans, I will link that down below just so you keep up to date. Like, I don't need to mention all the stuff I've done here. I've mentioned it in the previous video, but let's just say we've done really well. There's still some things we need to get sorted, like I need a dress. I haven't even got a dress yet because due to COVID, haven't been able to go shopping, but hopefully in April when the shops reopen, then I'll be able to go dress shopping for myself. A few ideas in mind for the bridesmaids dresses, but need to get the suits, which I do mention in my wedding plans video. So I will link that down below, and at the end of this video you can hopefully click on it and it'll take you straight there and you can see what I've been doing. But yes, wedding plans have been back on this year and more of it to come, obviously, because the wedding is hopefully going to be next year. So definitely need to get everything sorted this year, maybe even the beginning of next year, just to make sure that everything will be ready for the actual wedding day. So yeah, as you can see, that was a little recap of my 2020 goals that I spoke about. So I'll just list all of them here, just so you know what we spoke about in the last video and what I've been able to achieve or maybe not achieve. Gonna put the blame on COVID a little bit. You know, it has sort of stopped a lot of people's plans in certain ways and in different ways, but I definitely want 2021 to be a much better year, not use too many excuses and just sort of go out and do things. As you say, this little venture that I'm doing. So for my 2021 goals, I'm not going to talk too much in depth about them like I did the last video, because some of them are going to be the same. So wedding plans is going to be definitely another goal for 2021 like it was last year. Learning to drive, fingers crossed, the sort of second half of the year I'll be able to get back in the car. Earning money, that is a given. You know, everyone wants to earn money and just keep budgeting and just keep getting better and better at it. So the future is planned for basically, and there's money aside for it. More YouTube, I'm hoping you'll see my face more and more, and hopefully I can take you out and about and do a few more exciting vlogs than just me sitting here. Maybe gameplays, we'll see what happens. I'm not going to put too much pressure on that side of it, but it is something that I can think about, and there's definitely a video option there. So let's talk about a couple of things. So wedding planning course. So I really would love to be a wedding planner. After planning my own wedding, and obviously I'm still doing it, but once my wedding is over, once me and Terry are officially married, that'll be it. Like, there'll be no more wedding planning for me because there's nothing else for me to do. But I would really love to continue wedding planning for other people and help them with their special day. I'm doing some courses at the moment, so I've got a couple of courses actually going with a couple of different websites, just because I want to learn as much as I can from different aspects, and I'm really enjoying them at the moment. I'm learning so much, and I would love to put those skills that I'm learning into something that I would love to do, hopefully full time. Like, if it has to be on the side for now, that's absolutely fine, but even starting is going to be a little bit hard. Obviously COVID is still around at the moment, and weddings and COVID don't really go. I think for a new person starting out in that industry, it will be better once lockdown is gone, because we can't say COVID is going to go. Like, COVID is going to be around. Like, I won't get into a COVID conversation on this video, but COVID is going to be here, but it's just the way that we manage it. But with weddings, I feel like when lockdown is lifted and restrictions sort of lifted a little bit, social distancing might be around. But I think as a new person in the industry, it'll be better when restrictions are lifted, just so I can get into that business a little bit more and a little bit easier, and more people will be inclined to plan their wedding when they know that restrictions are lifted a little bit. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it's something that I'm passionate about, I'm excited about, and would love to do throughout this year and many other years to come, because obviously you can't just expect to do a little bit of training and that's it, you're ready to go out there. but I'm reading stuff on Facebook, I'm doing the courses, I've created a new account on Instagram, so that's something I have created something for, which is like a little wedding account. I post some inspiration about it, so if you do want to follow, I will link that also down below along with all my other social media. So that's something that I'm definitely going to keep focused on, and that will motivate me. The little sort of business on the side, like I told you about, Girls with Goals, I'll definitely want to be stepping up in that. There's lots of promotions that you can hit, so it's not like it's there and that's it, you've made it. You do have to work your way up. Not a pyramid scheme, I will say that it is not a pyramid scheme, and it's not where like if you come in, like say you're older than someone, or you know a little bit more than this person, or it's not like that. All start at the same base, you all start at the bottom and you all have a chance to go up. Some people go up more than others depending on what sales they get, depending on how involved they are. So it's not a pyramid scheme, it's just you will get paid what you put into it basically. So it's something that I'm looking forward to doing throughout this year, again, to keep me motivated. I can do some posts on Facebook and engage with new people and make new friends. Like that is something as well. Like I'm always willing to make new friends and speak to people, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that throughout the year. My weight loss journey, so I know I mentioned that last time, but that is definitely something that I'm going to be focused on, and obviously me and my mum are going to do it together, so it's nice when you've got someone to do it with. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my goals. Obviously in my actual full-time job, I mentioned about like dream jobs at one point, and I mentioned to you that I was like working up to be management in the job. Now I still am, but obviously with COVID it's kind of been a little bit hard, and I felt quite nervous to learn to be a manager while also learning all the new restrictions and all the new sort of guidelines and everything like that. And obviously being closed, I'm still going into work, I think I mentioned that, to do like deliveries and things like that, and to open the door to customers. It's been very different to sort of juggle everything, so I have felt like that took a little bit of a backseat. But I will say I'm a key holder in that job, so I can open and close the shop. I don't know if I have mentioned that on my YouTube before, but I am able to open and close the shop. I am classed as the management team. I have a lovely team of people behind me, like the staff and also the rest of the management team, so I'm getting on really well there. Like I remember telling you guys about my first day, like one of my videos way back, I think it was like my first weekly vlog, and I know I haven't done a weekly vlog since because there's not really anything exciting going on in life at the moment, but I remember telling you about my first day and wanted to make a good impression. And obviously less than a year into that, I did actually learn to start opening and closing. I learned how to be a manager, how to run the department that I'm on, and things like that. So things have been going really well in that sense, and maybe hopefully I can do even better in this year. But obviously with everything going on, it can sometimes be a little bit hard, but it doesn't matter if it's slow progress, you're still moving in the right direction. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to kind of recap, because I never said I would. I never said I was going to like say let's see if I can do this in this amount of time or anything like that, but I thought I'd come back to it, and let's hope I can do some of this stuff for 2021. Maybe do a video at the beginning of next year to see how I got on and what my goals for 2022 will be like. So thanks so much for watching. Social media link down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!